Hey guys, Dr. Justin Marcagiani here. Today we're going to be talking about the second brain, which is your gut. It was a book by Michael Gershon about 20 years ago called, I think, The Second Brain. And people, this is kind of a concept that people just kind of forget, but you actually have more neurons in your gut, anywhere between 2 to 5 times more neurons in your gut than your brain or central nervous system, or at least your CNS, right? Spinal cord. I think spinal cord had about 100 million in neurons, and then you got about 400 to 500 million in the gut. And so you got a lot of neurons in the gut, right? That gut sense, that gut feeling, there's a reason why you feel that. You have a lot of neurons and a lot of ability to sense things in your gut. And of course, the microbiome and the gut bacteria, all these things that influence the function of these neurons are present. They can be impacted by food, by antibiotics, by stress, by poor digestion, by inflammatory foods. So we'll kind of dive into some of these things today. Your gut is your second brain, and it can influence your mood, it can influence your focus, and it can influence your energy. So gut, brain, mood, energy connection. Let's dive in here, guys. So first off, in your enteric nervous system, right? That is the nervous system in your gut. There's a direct connection between your CNS, your central nervous system, and your enteric nervous system. It's part of your autonomic nervous system response. Let me show you a nice little picture of this so you guys can see it. May help you make a little more sense of it. I'll pull this up here for you guys. Okay. So good image right here. You can see here your nervous system. That is your central nervous system. That's like your brain and spinal cord. And then your peripheral nervous system is the neurons off the spinal cord. And then motor are the ones that actually move your muscles, go to muscles. And then the sensory are the ones that perceive things, right? Pressure, cold, hot, vibration. And then your autonomic nervous system. Think of autonomic as automatic. This is your heart pumping blood. This is your breathing. This is your blood flowing, right? All of these things. Autonomic means autonomic. And then again, your sympathetic, this is part of your stress response. Okay. Parasympathetic is healing, recovery. If you cut your finger, you don't have to worry about healing. If you go lift weights, you don't have to worry about putting muscle on. Your body does it automatically. Rest and digest. Sympathetic is go, 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 fight or flight. And then the enteric nervous system plays a role between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic, right? If you are overly sympathetic, overly stressed, what happens to your gut? You feel nauseous, maybe you have diarrhea, maybe you wet your pants, right? Maybe you don't digest, all that blood goes to your arms and feet, maybe you feel nauseous. Parasympathetic influences it. Now you digest, now you relax, now you have good healthy motility, right? So the enteric nervous system plays a role. It's like the gatekeeper between the parasympathetic, the recovery, the heal, and the sympathetic, the go, 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 digest. Or essentially the go, 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 stress, stress, stress part. Parasympathetic is the rest and digest. Sympathetic is the go, go, go stress part. All right, plays a massive role between the two. This is a good picture right here. So you can see the central nervous system. This is the vagus nerve, plays a major connection. So people talk about the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic response, which is healing and recovery, plays a major role. This is why when you have adrenal stress or adrenal dysfunction, you're overstimulating the brain, which is the head of the CNS, the central nervous system, and it's overly going to the gut. And this can be impacting digestion, absorption. This could be impacting your immune system because 80% of your immune cells, guess what? They live right here. And this is where all absorption goes. And this plays a major role because this is bidirectional, right? Stress in the gut can influence the brain. And again, stress in the brain that can influence the blood-brain barrier. We have our astrocytes that make up the blood-brain barrier when we're stressed, lipopolysaccharides from the gut, dysbiotic potential bacteria that can activate the microglial cells of the brain. When those immune cells are active, it's easy to have things like brain fog and forgetfulness. So I hope that makes sense, guys.